Dire team pick.
Earthshaker.
That's the Earthshaker this time. I'm going to grab it again from Gambit Esports. Hopefully, they'll do a bit more for them this time around. To be fair, the Earthshaker was probably the biggest part about their team fight last game, and considering how little farm he had, that's quite impressive. You expect the OD to be in a little bit more, and maybe the OD was a pretty big factor, but the Earthshaker was definitely the backbone of their team fight. He was still able to perform, even though they were so far back. Unfortunately, it was just everybody else who kind of got smothered a little bit out of that game. Now Sven is picked up by Positive Guy. Hey, this is a hero we haven't seen a lot of, actually. This is a hero which has been in and out of popularity over the last year. He's been first pick material, and has been completely unseen for a while, but a lot of guys are going to give him a run. So Sven, he's got an inbuilt farming mechanism, which of course is very nice. We've seen less of those heroes recently, just because the way the kind of tempo of the game allows you to be a little bit greedier with your items, building on your carry. You know, carries do get forced out a lot, but they do get a decent start to the game most of the time now. Especially with bounty runes as well. You know, these things help you get to that first item all the better, which means that heroes like the Sven and Luna just aren't being seen as much. That passive farming potential, you know, well, not passive farming, but, you know, the potential for farming without needing an item isn't as important. And then you can take advantage of the other spells. But Sven, you know, he's not just a great cleave, he's more than that. He's also a, you know, a double damage rune in a human form. A lot. He's a lot of things. He's got a lot going for him. A cool guy. Cool guy for the positive guys. I do like their logo as well. It's simple but effective. Positive guys and Augur, or is this just something they've made themselves? I respect it either way.
Dire team ban.
So, Gambit's still going very heavily into the team fight with his Voyage, Akira, Earthshaker. They want these big spells. And positive guys, you know, they will have to play around God's Strength a little bit. Another reason the Sven is really good though is because they've got this Omni Knight, and the Omni Knight can throw on. Now he's got 2 fantastic Heavenly Grace targets. You just buff up the Sven, help him, you know, help him hit creeps, help him hit heroes. That all-important status resistance. Yeah, it's going to be very nice versus the Conqueror and Earthshaker, honestly. And he's a hero you really need to catch inside the Chronosphere as well. He's like a direct counter to the Vaster's Void, actually. If you don't catch the Omni Knight in the Chrono, then you might as well not Chronoed anyone, because he's just going to GA, and then you're going to feel really bad about yourself. At least you got the Conquer for like the secondary initiation, I suppose. If you don't catch someone in Chrono, then Conquer can, you know, if he's got a Shadow Blade or a Blink Dagger, which I really hope he gets, he can jump around the side of the fights and try and control up the Omni Knight in other ways. Or the Coddle, because there's 2 heroes as well, you know, the Coddle, she's got the, Earth Spirit mid, I think. No, sorry, Earth Spirit 4, it's going to be Tiny mid, Omni Knight off lane, Sven safe, Coddle 5, Spirit 4. That makes much more sense. Okay, alright, we're back into the realms of sensibility. And Gambit, what's their 5th pick going to be? What do they need? They need an off. No, they're gonna put Shashla on the Earthshaker, so you're looking for a 4 position themselves, actually. Pretty much control the Sven and the Omni Knight without caring too much. Maybe Shadow Demon might be a really good shout for them, actually. Could purge off GA, allow Faceless Void to still go for kills. That's what I want to see, but I'm not sure we will. Might have other priorities. Oh, so this time the Earthshaker is going to be put to the 4 position, and Shashla is going to be on the Unlord instead. Interesting. So I feel like the decision to go for the Underlord here is definitely A, you just want someone who can sit on the lane, a big fat slug who can sit on the lane and do nothing, and B, it gives you the opportunity to reset fights. which I think is quite important. Having the ability just to, push the pause button, get everybody out of there, that is very critical, especially versus a Sven. There's also a tanky here which can't be blown up by the tiny. I think I would have preferred to see the Earthshaker in the offlane and then go for the Shadow Demon, because I think the Shadow Demon could have, made it so that Ghost Stick isn't that poor, but then you still have the problem of the Kotl. And honestly, they still have the problem of the Kotl. They've got nothing who is going to be hitting this Ignis Fatus. This is going to be a really, really potent Ignis Fatus game. And the fact that only the Jakiro is their only ranged hero, that's going to really hurt them versus not only the Kotl, but also the Sven as well, because this guy, he cleaves. He likes it when people are clumped up. And that's probably what's going to be happening in these fights. You might see the Kunkka going around the side a little bit or something like that, but honestly, you got to be scared. You got to be real scared. I think Positive guys have just... They've drafted a pretty good lineup. I think Gambit have drafted poorly into it, honestly speaking. I'm thinking that this is going to be a 2-0 for Positive guys. Alrighty, let's go. Let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 2 series. Oh, look at Immersion. Look at Immersion. He's got himself a level 25. Never mind, I changed my mind. This is oh no, he is on Positive guys. Yeah, there we go. Positive guys have got this. Easy peasy. Initiating onto Dream right now, but well, he's going to time walk himself away. So a very dramatic start to the game, resulting in not a whole lot going on. There's a Ghost Stick holding down onto bottom here. A lot of taunts coming out. A very musical start to the game, to be honest with you. Ghost Stick. Good. Hold on to this one, Dream. Unable to do anything. If he time walks in, then he probably just kills himself, so that's probably not a good idea. Motion's sliding on over as well. He wants to fight up. They're looking for some action here, and Dream's tempted to give it to them. Not sure what the plan is. Oh, they're trying to go for the creeps. Can they do this? If they level heal, can they kill the creep wave? Oh, they're just going to block it. Okay, and force it under tower. That makes more sense. Golly gracious. So, in the mid lane, we're going to have GPK versus Ergon, the Pirate versus the Mountain. So, we've seen this one before somewhere. HBO said a series on it, I believe. And he's going to start the lane with this this tree grab, which means he's going to have a decent amount of damage, but then Kunkka has a Tidebringer as well. So, I don't really know what happens in this lane. I think it's a very kill-focused lane. I think someone is going to die, and whoever dies is going to lose the lane. Big predictions coming out. I know. I make them bold. I make them big. Meanwhile, for the top lane, it's Shashlo, an example, versus Misha and ILTW. And honestly, this is going to be a boring-ass lane. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Earthshaker and the Kotl will just leave this lane the moment these two heroes hit 3 and let them just smash booties against each other until the cows come home, basically. But maybe we'll see. Maybe they'll go play in the trees instead. I don't know what they're going to be up to. It's going to be a boring lane. That's the last time we're going to look over there. There is not going to be a single kill up here. That is a nomad guarantee. There will not be a single kill up in this top lane. 0% chance of anybody ever dying up in this top lane. What's the point? Why are we looking over here? Look elsewhere. Let's look down to bottom. Wow, bottom's exciting. Actually, bottom, anywhere where Immersion is going to be exciting. So you can actually rotate up top and maybe help him out over there, or look towards mid. The dual melee mid is always going to be exciting. And Spirit always keen to get involved in that action. In fact, I criticize Gambit of having a melee-only lineup. Positive guys also have a melee-only lineup into a void. So, I've got to take that into account as well as that's Ghost Stick on fire. It's just a very melee game all round. Kotl and Jakiro are the only ranged heroes in this. This is awesome. This is going to be a goddamn brawl. Every lane is just going to be an absolute brawl. Actually, getting away. Getting stunned up by ILTW, but still on the run. Example coming in. Can't really do a whole lot, but they're just holding it back for the time being. Underlord shall be fine. Although Salve is Salve. Oh no, Misha cancels the right click. Cancels the right click. There you go. That's the boringness continues up in the top lane. Meanwhile, down the bottom, Dream and FMG getting comfortable with one another, you know, feeling each other up a little bit. What a good lane. Immersion just kind of make sure he spent the entire game in this circle so far. Doing, I don't know what. He's doing good though. Lord again falling low on HP in the top lane. And now the Earthshaker has left him alone. I'm wondering if he's going to go up top. Maybe he might try for something at mid. Might try for something at bottom. Definitely tempting to just go top again, yeah. And he can salve up Shashlo also. Isha. Oh, he was tempted. Okay, randomly tipping each other. Fair enough. Got to get those Dota Plus shards, I guess. We know what that's about. I have no idea what went on. I always think that if we can't tell what's going on with that, it's usually like a dank joke. Someone, oh, Ghost Stick could be in some trouble. Another bash from Dream, but they don't try to go on the kill any longer. The Heavenly Grace is a little bit too scary. 8 health regen, 7 strength. It's ridiculous, but now that's run out. They could maybe think of doing something here. Dream's making his way over. He's got the Time Walk as well. I'm pretty sure this is Ghost Stick going down, and this is going to be a first blood. This is going to be a first blood. This is going to be a... Dreaming. You had a salve as well, you... Okay, alright. Well, you know, sometimes you play it safe, and sometimes you play it really super duper ultra safe. I guess they couldn't see immersion, so that was kind of scaring them a little bit, but he was actually pulling the creeps. They probably could have seen him. So I don't really know why I didn't get that kill. They just time walk forward and kill him, but he definitely didn't have mana for purification. He definitely still had Heavenly Grace on cooldown, so just feeling a little bit shaky there, like a newborn lamb. Misha a little bit too late on the blinding light there. Trying to go for the plays, but unfortunately the play was on him or something. I don't know. Urgon's coming up top, but he's been scouted out already, so Shashos is going to go back to lane. Urgon's going to waste his time. He's popped this arcane rune for nothing, and he feels like a goddamn idiot right now. At least GPK can push in mid a little bit. What does GPK stand for? I know we had GTH in the chat earlier. Giant talking hot dog. GPK. Giant Princess King. I don't know. Giant Pirate King. There we go. He's the Giant Pirate King. Easy peasy. Meanwhile, Ghost Stick, he's going to go give the creeps a bit of a run around here. He's having a pretty good time on bottom 34, but it's really is GPK who's having the best time of all. He's loving life at mid lane. Tiny, not really getting much of a look in here. He's 35 and 4 to the Kunkka's 44 and 2, so you know, it's not a big deal either way. Now with this regen rune, he can just spam out his spells, which is super fun. Oh no, he gave up the range creep, you fool! You fool! You should have leveled Grow! Oh dear. Honestly speaking, I know that, you know, I'm not a pro player or anything, but I really feel like people level up Grow too quickly. I really feel like that's one of the spells which you can definitely hold off and just hold the skill point on. I'm not saying level something else. I mean, we see a lot of people go Avalanche Toss if they're 4 tiny, but mid tiny definitely wants a point in Grow. But I think if you just hold it, because it's way better to have the attack speed in lane most of the time. Sometimes you can steal a range creep with it as they go here onto Shashlo. Shashlo, though, they're scared. They just all run away simultaneously because there's TPs coming in and they see it. But now Urgon, he's coming in from behind. Oh, the big bag Tiny. Can he get the toss back? No, he cannot. And that is going to be a little bit embarrassing for him as Dream gets it. Oh, doesn't kill off Immersion though. Immersion just runs himself away. He's like, okay, thank you. See you later. Meanwhile, Urgon's being targeted down. The X-Marks comes in. The boat collapsing on his head. He goes for the toss back, but FNG doesn't want the kill. He wants to give it to Dream. And that is your first blood. It's 7 minutes into the game, going the way of Dream. And this is why when people say CIS aggression, they haven't been watching much. I mean, for the past like 2 years, I think CIS has calmed down immensely. It's actually like, this is a very tactical game. We've had a lot of very tactical, strategic, tug-of-war kind of games. People refuse to believe it, but CIS is probably one of the most slow regions right now, honestly. They like to take their time. They like to think about things. PK once again going for this Radiance. They're looking at Dream right now, but I don't think they can get this kill. Ergon is trying to do some crazy wraparound shit here, but that's just not going to happen. Power Rune is going to belong to the Great Pirate King. Holy crap, that is a big... What the hell? Who did this? Ergon's like, oh god, Jesus, what the hell? It just pings it out, the panic ping. What is that? It was a huge stack. What we got in here? I think we need to count this stack for a second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a 5 stack. Who did this? The other stack? You know, we've got a medium stack as well. I don't know. Maybe GPK's been stacking it with Torrent. I haven't been watching. If he has, then that's pretty poggy woggies.
Dire's top tower is under
Meanwhile, in
attack.
bottom. Ashlow, he's just existing. I mean, that's what Underlord do. If he's in a lane, he's just probably going to sit there, exist. That's about it. Well, Finnegar.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You know, my girlfriend literally spells like that. Like, she's an incredibly smart person, but somehow she spells things. You know, she'd spell dream. If someone asked her how dream was spelled, she said D-R-E-M-A-M. And I know you're probably thinking, was starting to get very concerned about who I'm dating, but I promise you, this is just a fully grown lady who just does weird stuff. She's a child at heart. Anyway, this is looking like a fairly problematic time for the Earthshaker. I say that. He actually turns it around pretty hugely with just getting his stuns off, and they're both inside the range of Aftershock. Oh yeah, Earthshaker's a really good game when there's so many ranged heroes around and melee heroes around, and they're going on to immersion here, and he is going to get left behind by Ergon. Ergon can do not much. He throws in an avalanche, but that's about all he can manage. What a good gank. Earthshaker manages to fend them off bravely. Hero in the night. Meanwhile, oh, bounty. Misha. Okay. Misha just gets very confused about everything here, and he is. Oh no. Okay. The Aftershock doesn't land onto Misha, so he's able to get himself out to safety. Oh, nice slow hitting. Something very satisfying about Omni Knight's last hit animation, isn't there? The big old hammer. Ugh, yeah, the over-the-head swing, I think, is what really does it. Ugh, smash him. I really feel like he should do more damage, to be honest. Omni Knight doesn't hit hard enough. He should be like tiny levels of, no, tree levels of right click. Really slow, but really hard. I always find it hilarious when you get loads of attack speed on the eye. He just starts whacking over the head over again, like whack, whack, whack. Looks a bit like Mario when he gets the hammer pickup. That's the noise it makes. In case you desperately need to know. FND is getting so much value off this tower. Look at this. He's just burning it. Burn tower. 2 points in liquid fire. All you need. We're just tanking it a little bit here. Going a bit overboard here, FNG. Ow, ow. Okay, Dream's coming in. He's just whacking into Ghostic right now, but Ghostic doesn't really care. This man has a lot of strength, and Earthshaker just breaks him up. The great mediator. Now the Chronosphere comes down, but the Ignis Spider's coming down on top of it, and they're forced to back off. Chronosphere does nothing. As Ghostic sitting in the middle, there's the Echo Slam coming down, just locking down the Earth Spirit for now, but Earth Spirit still gets the ultimate off, but Immersion will go down. Ghostic trying to back himself away from the back lines, so the toss comes in, kills FNG. He doesn't even know where that came from. He's just got killed from the blue. Meanwhile, they turn their attention to Ergon right now. GPK has caught him out. There's a ton coming out onto him, and Urchin trying to get himself away, but there's nowhere for him to run. He can't make it through the trees. He tries to use a tree grab to bear himself out. The X-Marks comes out onto him. Now he throws down the avalanche, running south, running east, trying to get himself to safety, dodging out the turret nicely though. Rendezvousing with Misha. And he's got another avalanche, so he's perfectly safe. Gambit can't get any more than that. Eyeing up this little rune here, little illusion rune, but Ergon's going to be the one to grab it. Would help me push them. That's why people, when they pick Kotl, they just kind of evolve. Like, they just turn into these people completely hell-bent on pushing and killing creeps and no longer a support player.
Dire are scanning.
And Ghostic is here to heal himself up and kill some creeps, get on with life. Yeah, again, you know, it's just a very, very trundly slow game as everybody looks to work towards their item timings. Ghostic grabs his Sip of Defiance, which actually helped him a ton in the last engagement. They were unable to bring him down. We will eventually bring it over to net worth and see the Conqueror on top. ILTW close behind. What's he up to? We haven't really looked at ILTW. He's the one guy who's been missing, but he's got the Midas and looking towards that Echo Saber and then going for the Blink and then into BKB. Very straightforward build. Oh, someone finally took the stack. Was it Kunkka? Yeah, it was. That's where his net worth is coming from. That paid off so huge. Oh, smoke up. Things looking pretty bad for Gambit right now as there's a ton of heroes leaking into them, but Kunkka does manage to grab one behind, but it doesn't really matter. They still bring down the Void. Shasha's going to be able to get out of here okay. They don't really care about that, though. They got what they came for. They got a nice little disco ball to boogie on down with afterwards as celebration. Meanwhile, Gambit, they might actually be looking to drive something here. Kunkka has a Radiance heading towards him immediately. A Shaker, well, he doesn't have that Blink Dagger, but still wants to be fighting when he can. And that's your Radiance on Kunkka. Delicious. Ooh, Ghostic managed to be out at the bounty rune and Ghost GPK doing the same thing. Meanwhile, Ergon is actually getting a kill onto their Shaker in the mid lane. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, he got a Blink. Okay, that's your Blink reveal. That's fair. That's fair. I'm wondering about tempo and what's kind of going on here. I mean, Dream, he's got a Midas. He's going to go for the Maelstrom. Sven, he's got a Midas. He's finished off this Echo Saber. He wants to go for a Blink next. I feel like this is just one of those games where if the fights are quick enough, then Gambit will just be able to take it. Like, they'll be able to, you know, if their combos just go off nicely, they need to win the fight in the first, basically, like 5 seconds. They haven't won the fight in 5 seconds, and things are still pretty even by that stage. Then positive guys have way more sustain. They have way more, like, heroes which just love elongated fights. So that's going to be the play, I believe. I'll be making them step. Efficiency. You're down at bottom. Oh dear, Immersion trying to get himself away, but unfortunately he's going to be burnt down by the Rady. Good by sir. Immersion takes a fall. Ex-Gambit player, by the way, Immersion. Playing against his old stack. And they could kill him off here as well, so... It doesn't feel too good, but, you know, probably felt very good to beat him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
And the push continues, the damage comes in. Gambit looking to be really aggressive here as Ghostic. This is the one guy they can't really be aggressive on. At the moment Ghostic turns up and starts running at them, you got to kind of back out. But once this is over, like, he's not respecting the Heavenly Grace end time. And now, well, the Ignis Sparta's coming down on top of the Omni-Knight, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the magic damage off all the same. The long range pokes bring down Ghostic. You gotta respect the end of the Heavenly Grace, because they're just chronoing him towards the end of it and then getting themselves an easy free kill. Yeah, it costs them Chronosphere, but they'll take that for the Omni every day, and Sample comes up onto the high ground looking for someone. They now get the vision onto Immersion as well, so with the Observer Ward down, they see all they like to see. Well, Sven, what's he up to? He's farming top now. His creep score, 198. That's not impressive, actually.
Is under attack.
Bunker is the scary boy. He's going for Heaven's Halberd next as well, which they probably need to be scared about.
Radiant are scanning.
Gonna be a big deal for old Svenny McRight Clickykins over here if he can't do the right Clickykins part. But he goes to the BKB first, which I think is probably the right play. Ooh, DD. Maybe they can do something like this. No, he's just gonna hit more creeps. Screw towers. Got creeps to hit. RTW really wants to be huge here. He wants to be the biggest boy of them all. I think that's going to happen. So, 18:30 is the time. Game's still so slow. I mean, they're just not fighting each other. There is not much violence happening right now. Nobody feels like they've got a good enough timing to go, and I really feel like Gambit should be trying to make stuff happen here. I mean, they've got a Heaven's Halberd coming out to them now. Surely this is the time where they go. I almost don't like the Heaven's Halberd because it's too defensive. It kind of suggests that... Yeah, no, I do like it. I do like it. I always like Heaven's Halberd, basically, but... Still, they are playing this game awfully slow. Okay, well, there you go. There's your Heaven's Halberd finished up. No, we should add Hell's Halberd to the game as well. Which, oh no, I guess if Heaven's Halberd disarms you, then Hell's Halberd would arm you.
Radiant's middle tower
Gives you a
is under
sword.
attack.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be like Tiny, you know, like how Tiny gets can use tree grab. You know, imagine a item where you could give your teammate a sword like Tiny has. That'd be sick. Turn ranged heroes into melee heroes for like 8 seconds. Just go around smashing people. Or you could turn enemy range heroes and like turn a drow into a melee hero. get wrecked, drow. I mean, only for like a temporary amount of time. This is a sick item. Someone write this down. Send it to Valve immediately. They need to know. Incredible idea. It looks like we might actually have a fight brewing. There's an Invis rune. Ergon grabs it. X-Marks comes out. The boat's going to follow, and everybody's coming in behind them. The gank train is set on course, and Ergon is unfortunately going to be... And look at the trap laid by Faceless Void, but in comes that... Oh, Ignis Vater's Dream kind of awkwardly playing around there. They have killed off Ergon. They're trying to go for more here, but I'm not sure if that's possible. And now they come the damage onto the Faceless Void. The Sven comes in, but there's the disarm. He can't do anything, so he just has to run. But now that runs out. Look onto GPK. Another amazing Fisher. And now comes down the big Echo Slam on the low ground. ILTW popping the BKB, though. Trying to turn things around. Trying to get his damage off as he brings down 1. He brings down 2. They'll look towards Shashlo as well. Shashlo actually cancelled the TP out. This might have been a fatal mistake, but no, never mind. They turn around. They kill off the Sven. LTW gets dropped, and Ghost Stick looks like he's going to be heading the same way as well. He's got a heal, chooses the Heavenly Grace, and chose wrong. Goodbye, sir. And that is another hero dead on the side of Positive Gamers, which brings the tally up to 4. 4 Positive Guy corpses line the floor as Gambit tear this one open. Their Conqueror is just pretty unstoppable right now. You need a lot on this Sven. You need a Blink Dagger. You need an AC. Feels like he needs an MKB as well. It's just looking a little bit awkward. At least they have this Tiny as a different source of damage. Someone else to maybe come in and do some pickoffs. Do some pickoffs, man. That's not right. So why? Anyways. Issue an immersion. Down mid. Riding on that stick. And that was such a good fight from the Earthshaker, honestly. Did you see those fissures? Like, the first fissure just, like, kind of there across here. But then, like, the second one was across here. And then the third one was across here. And then he comes in with a big Echo Slam. Like, my goodness. He was just, like, he wasn't even in the fight yet. well, he was in the fight, but he was like just kind of spectating from the high ground, waiting for the Echo Slam. Really nice stuff. I mean, it's a dream fight for an Earthshaker in that situation. There's a lot of work for them. Meanwhile, Positive Gamers, they are mad. They got hit, and they got to go for GPK right now. LTW leading the charge in. He doesn't have a way out of this one, but the Fish is going to block off LTW. He pops the ultimate as well, but he's immediately getting Hammer's elbow, but thankfully someone kicks him across to the other side. Now LTW can start to get to work. GPK, though, they need to bring him down. He's so tanky. The evasions, but finally they get the kill. The Pirate is dead. Their booty belongs to Positive Gamers. Now, well, they can look towards taking down the tower. I don't think they get any more heroes from this, but Dream's thinking about going in here. He's got a Chronosphere, and he wants to use it. The shotgun is loaded. He wants to find a target, but this Sven is very scary to jump upon right now, but they don't really care. They're going to go for him all the same. And now comes down the Chronosphere, but they don't catch the Omni Knight in it. Omni Knight is on the sidelines here, but he doesn't have the Heavenly Grace or the Guardian's Angel to throw out right now, so unfortunately that's going to be LTW dropping all the same, and now they look towards the Omni Knight as well. Bit of a disaster here for Positive Gamers. They are able to take down the Conquer, but they lose 2 heroes in response, and it's their own carry who goes down. And where has the Tiny been? I mean, the Tiny, he's just really struggling to find pickoffs. He's really struggling to make his presence felt in any kind of way, shape, or form in these engagements. And now Gambit, Roshan's loving arms are spread wide, and Dream will jump into them like a scene from a romantic movie where they kind of run into each other. And then one of them just beats the other to death, because that's what's happening. Oh god, they're trying. They're throwing spells and it's working. You know, Dream time walks out of the pit. Misha's going to throw in a blast as well. Might be able to hold them off. And they do so. No, Kunka's back in. This is a big damage immersion, though. He's thinking about it, boat. Oh, it should just make sure it's okay. But it goes Tiny. He doesn't manage to pick it up, though. He gets caught inside the boat, it looked like. Something caught him out anyway. The GA is going to be popped, though. They're going to keep this fight going. Sven's TPing over. He doesn't have his ultimate for another 10 seconds, so it's not going to be immediately available. They look towards Dream, though. Dream's actually popped the BKB, but he's getting juked out pretty well. Ergon brought back, but Ergon's still surviving. Dream backing himself out. That BKB is about to end. And look at ILTW, the 3-man. Where's the damage, though? Where's the fight? He gets disarmed for another time. Unbelievable. FNG gets taken down, and then the Void comes up onto the high ground here. He doesn't have any health, but he's got an Aegis, so he doesn't really care as the two of them get caught out together in the Echo. It comes down, but where's the follow-up? The Ignis buying them a little bit of time, but Immersion's unable to get out. Doesn't look like Ghosting's going to be able to get out either. He's caught still, but blasted back, and the Heavenly Grace somehow throws Shashlo up with the blinding light. LTW, though, he's out of ultimate right now, and he needs to get himself to safety, but unfortunately that's not going to be happening as he X-marked back into the side of Gambit. And there are now 2 heroes down the side of Positive Gamers. They did manage to claim the Aegis, but unfortunately losing their Sven again is a pricey cost. It is not one they would have been willing to play. And oh dear, Ghost Stick. He's a little bit too intimate with the Radiant team right now, and they are going to kill him. Well, Gambit, my boys, they are doing it. They are pulling back this series to go 1-1 with Positive Gamers right now. But of course, there's still a lot of Dota to be played and still a lot of buildings to be taken. But that is one less as the tier 2 goes down in the middle lane. And they will split up to try and put some more pressure, get some vision, push in some lanes, all that good stuff. Positive guys, they need a new way to come into these fights. The Tiny, he's actually going for the crits now into the Aghanim Scepter, but I mean, just failing to get pickoffs is really costing them. I mean, oh, bye FNG, bye FNG. Well, Positive guys, again. Also, you know, do you remember when we were in the drafting phase and this really smart guy called Nomad said, Positive Gamers have a lineup which is very focused around pickoffs, meanwhile Gambit are looking for team fights. And what have we had in this game so far? Team fight, when we had nothing for a long time, which is when I feel like Positive Gamers should have been utilizing Immersion and Tiny and been getting a ton of pickoffs, but instead we've just been having team fight after team fight after team fight, and it's been a bit of complete brawl, which absolutely favors Gambit. They're the ones with the Conquer, they're the ones with the Void, they've bought Radiance, they've got an Earthshaker. They love fighting. In fact, I want to see how much damage. Is that 83 permanent damage? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. This is a scary Underlord right now. When's a Lord Carry going to become a thing? I feel like that's in the works. Oh god, LTW. I'm not sure who's going on who right now. Oh my god, Spen's like in the air right now as Dream goes for the backlines, going for the Omni Knight. Manages to catch inside the Chronosphere, which is absolutely brilliant for him, but does manage to get the GA coming off afterwards, so it's going to be a retreat from Gambit. They were already prepared to leave that fight, but FNG getting a little bit left behind here, so at least they can find a little bit of a cleanup. Elgon able to find that kill with his singular stick thrown into the fight. Fortunately, that's about it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
7 minutes in, and 7k gold advantage for Gambit. Not much more than that, though. Honestly, the game is pretty damn even. We had a point where Gambit were looking much better, and the fact that Sven's been beaten down a couple of times is sad, but he's coming back in a fairly decent way. A little bit worried because his BKB time is getting kind of low. That does concern me. Is that all the smoke I heard? No? Am I tripping? Alright, I'm tripping. I've been smoking something. Still. Up with the casual Vlads, no biggie. Go Axe next, dude. Go Axe. Let's see it. 83 atrophy. Still that should be utilized.
Radiant's top
Good.
tower.
Oh, this is a bad TP from Dream. If they see it, they do see it. They've got the vision down, but they're a little bit cautious. They're holding back for now. When this was a Void all by his lonesome, but they didn't believe it. They couldn't believe their luck. They're like, no way does the Void just TP in here on his own. Let's get out of here. And they're also scared of the Chronosphere as well. Even if the Void is on his own, you jump on him, he Chronos you. That's going to buy your team more than enough time to get in there and turn around. They didn't have the stun lock, I think. I don't know. With Tiny, they probably did have the damage to blow him up, but Tiny wasn't there. Which is stupid, really. I mean, I don't know why I'd go for a gank without Tiny. He is like the combo. Okay. Now, if Tiny blinks on someone and then you cast Ignis Fatuus at the same time, you get about, I think, 4 and a bit seconds of lockdown from that, which should be enough to kill a Void. Let's see. No, even like he shouldn't get the BKB off because you cast the Ignis Fatuus on the Tiny as he blinks in, and then he just tosses up the Void and he can't do anything. He can't activate his BKB until he's hit the floor. I think. This is bad logic. Don't listen to it. Oh, they're walking into them right now. There is lots of vision coming down, and they do realize that something fishy is not right here. And they'll back themselves away. Yeah, the vision's being pinged. Now, was it the D ward which led them onto this? Okay, well, they give it the bounty runes, but they'll be able to take them a bottom.
Radiant's middle tower
No one is
under
interested in the
attack.
bottom bounty rune. That's fine.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So 50-50 on the bounties, and again, you know, this very tense game as they're both trying to hunt each other out. I still think the Gambit have an edge in the team fights. But there's every possibility it could go in the other favor. I mean, it's not much of an edge, and especially if the Omni Knight can still get off the GA. All about the Omni. It is all about the Omni. Oh shit, they found the Omni. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god, have some mercy, Jesus. They just fucking killed him. Okay, well, now they can do whatever they want. Yeah, look at this. Dream's just like, hell yeah. Middle lane, boys, let's go. Oh, okay, no. Roshan is going to be the next call, but Roshan's not going to be up for ages, so I don't know what the plan is here. Are they really farming? Oh, they're looking at top, but these just now, it's 30 seconds. It's not long, and we're only 31 minutes into the game. The Omni Knight's only level 14. He's a little boy. He's a small child. W will take to the front lines. Assuming some creeps. Alright, let's have a look at some items on some carries, because the Sven, we already know he's been going for this AC for the past half an hour. It's been a long grind. He should be reaching there soon with buyback. I might just want to buy out. Yeah, probably wants to buy out. It's a really important item. Kunkka though, he's finished his, no biggie. Now he's going for the goddamn Hex next. He's got a BKB to go with it. EPK is goddamn terrifying right now. Still a huge monster on the net worth chart, but LTW pretty close behind him. Dream, meanwhile, he's actually going for the wow, butterfly. Okay, so they really want to make Sven buy an MKB, which he should do next. If he sees what the Void's going for, then he will. Meanwhile, Tiny, he's finished up attacking him, so hopefully we'll see a bit more from him. Not quite sure how I feel about revealing the Ags at mid. I feel like this is an item which you can definitely hold on to for a long time without showing it to the enemy, and when you have a fight, it can be a huge factor. You know, if you just take... It's a really hard spell to spot out sometimes if you're on the receiving end, and the range on it's so large that sometimes you can't see the Tiny and you just start taking damage from nowhere. If you can just like get a couple more trees out, you know, one of those crits, you never know. But Sven, he's getting hit real hard right now. And there comes a Chronosphere just catching everybody on the backlands. ILTW trying to go to work, but he doesn't have his team here to control people up. As Ergon throwing trees into nothing. The Echo Slam comes down, but it looks like Omni Knight just about going to get beaten down by Dream. Meanwhile, GPK, he's chasing the Sven. Sven's disarmed for the time being. Looking towards Shashlo. The stun comes out. The damage is there. The right click's coming in. And then comes the Ignis Spartans controlling up the Kunkka. They want to try and bring him down. Yes, they can. The focus turns to GPK. GPK, the Kunkka, the pirate being slashed away at the evasion, and he's so damn tanked. And now with the God Strength down as well, it's going to take him so long. GPK's turning it around. GPK is turning it around. He grabs himself 2 kills. The Spirit Vessel should finish him off, and a rock up the ass will finish the job. But oh my god, turning around and grabbing both of those kills. But is the fight even over yet? I swear Ergon's just been throwing trees at this singular spot for the entire duration. And Stream running on the front lines now, looking towards Immersion. Immersion? You alright here? Is the Void alright here? Oh my god, come on, Ergon. Come on, bro. I hate to, you know, I'm really not trying to, like, signal somebody out, but... Man, Ergon has been having a real slow time. I mean, he's... Every time I looked at him in the fight, he was standing here or here, throwing trees at this area here, and... That's about it. Awkward. Confusing. Come on, Ergon. But to be fair, last time I flamed a CIS player was in ESL 1 Birmingham. And I was saying that Immersion didn't have a good Earth Spirit. You know, I know it was a Nyx Assassin he was playing, and he was getting wrecked. He was having a really bad game, and I was saying, like, oh, Immersion, he's not very good, you know. He's not really playing up to standard here. Probably feeling the pressure of the big stage a bit too much. Means he gets a nice D-ward. Oh, Ghost Stick! Reported! That is an instant report from me, I'm afraid. FNG, though, he's able to steal the bouncer in there, so that's pretty nice for him. Yeah, and then the next game we saw Immersion play in, he absolutely wrecked everybody. He had, like, the best Nyx Assassin game. Or was it Earth Spirit? Or was it Nyx Assassin? I can't remember. But he just destroyed everyone. Everyone was talking about how good he was. And then they had him on the panel and everything. So that was interesting. Who knows? Maybe I'm prepping Ergon for an amazing next game. But it's been a really tough time on this Tiny. I really wish I could see how much damage he's done so far, because I feel like it's not really enough. Roshan is being brought down. Only Ergon had some trees. Oh, there we go. He's going to throw a couple in there. Pew, pew, pew. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shashlo, 100-0. The trees, they finally came in. And they did not stop. And you just lose your Underlord like that. I mean, look at this death summary here. Okay. Guess we lose a dragon as well. 2 heroes now dead. Roshan might go the way of positive guides right now. Yeah, Roshan. Oh, a Tiny. Oh, a Tiny. Oh, a Tiny. My goodness. And not forget the Illuminate as well. You know, helping out a little bit. Christ, 1,100 damage done in that amount of time. Well, at least I know the Daedalus is finished now, I guess. Ergon happy to sit on the high ground here as they crit up Roshan, stun out onto the face of this Void. Immersion, kicking him out. This is our Roshan. Get out of here. Void's going to come back in. Spirit. Oh, there's a Chronosphere even coming down as well. Wow, that is a big commitment just for an Earth Spirit. And the GA comes through, but it's not enough. They've still got the magic damage to rip through him. And now the Faceless will grab the Aegis. It's Misha. Oh god, he's got a face on his face, but he just managed to get the Ignis Fathers back. Unfortunately, he's leading a very large X behind him, but they can't kill off the Ignis Fathers. Meanwhile, Ergon, what are you doing, buddy? That is not the right team. He was like, phew, that was a close one, boys. Good job we managed to back out of... Wait a minute. Looks around and sees 4 Radiant heroes staring at him. Oh, God. Sorry. Now they don't have the Tiny for the high ground defense, which is... bad. It is bad. It is not good. It's costly. It's tricky. Bit of a sticky, tricky situation to be in. They also don't have the Will-O-Wisp. And there's an Aegis on Dream. I believe a cheese on Kunkka. Yeah. These are racks at the very least. RTW is farming. I feel like he should be maybe pushing lanes or something, but whatever. That pigeon. Meanwhile, little barracks are falling, going. Misha can't do much. They're gone. Temple comes in. Gonna be top fallen as well. 20 seconds till Ergon's back alive. Blinding Light doing its thing, but it only lasts so long. Ben, he's still farming. He wasn't even looking for an item there. It's a sad thing. He's working towards us, but he won't buy it because he needs the buyback, and they're just going to lose 2 lanes of barracks. Simple as that. Yeah, Ergon got caught out big time there. That was a big oops. Like Immersion, he was making the right play going into the pit like that. You know, it ended up not being a very smooth operation, but you know, you had to try it. LTW looking tempted, warming up, thinking about it. Only Grace is down. Nothing yet. Now the smoke, but the counter smoke. Get a counter smoke. LTW and Shashlo lock eyes. LTW pouncing straight away, but the Invis is there. Then comes the Ignis Fatuus as well, holding back Dream for a little bit. He does have the Chronosphere, but they're going to try and bring him down, rip through that Aegis as quickly as possible. They managed to avoid the Chronosphere. In fact, it's only the Earth Spirit caught inside of it. Dream trying to deal with him, but even then, Immersion's really tanky. The Echo Slam, though, that's fairly nice coming in, for example, in the backlines, but there's a GA coming in response. LTW struggling to find a hero. He will bring down FNG. Now jumping in. Example gets taken care of. The Earthshaker is out of the fight. Those are just illusions, my friends. The pings are coming down. Emergent's going to investigate, but they are gone. Everybody else managed to get away on the Shashlo taxi. A bad fight for Gambit at last, as Positive Gamers finally managed to find their way into one, and just the zero hesitation coming out from the Sven there, jumping immediately onto the Underlord. The Underlord did survive that engagement, but it just immediately just forces the Faceless Void to come in on the front lines. He doesn't want to be there. Nobody wants him to be there. He wants to be waiting and going on the backlines there, but they need to make sure that they're going to get some damage from that Sven and not allow them just to kill their Underlord for free. So it becomes this really weird cat and mouse situation. And then Dream just lands a horrible Chronosphere, and that is all Positive Gamers needed. Positive guys. Game hanging in the balance once again. It will take to the bottom lane. Tiny. Going for a second Daedalus. The Void here. They see the Void. They're going to go on him right now. They've got the damage coming through with the Aghanim's ultimate coming through from Ergon as well. But the tree volley, is it enough? Yes, it is. They get the first kill, but it does cost them a lot. BKB not having to use God's Strength is fairly huge. That was very, very brave to not use that, as they just rely on the tree volley damage. I'm actually surprised. I thought that Sven, you did pop the God Strength for that one, but you didn't. But I think the Void wouldn't die much much faster if he did. I guess he doesn't even have... Oh yeah, he's got the Bloodthorn, right. Yeah, the Bloodthorn gets him through that evasion. Well, the Void comes back and they will take that tier 2 tower. It was a long time coming, but they'll finally take it down. Final barracks remaining. Positive guys, their hopes and dreams, but now they've got an Aghanim Scepter. This is so good on the Omni Knight. This is a really, really big pickup for Ghost Stick here. This means he does not have to be in near enough the fights to use GA. He can save people from Chrono wherever they are. Like the Mjolnir damage is really starting to drop off now as well. DD. Oh, nice one, Void.
Radiant's top tower is under
Patiently.
attack.
And there we go. Sven, of course, going for the plus 40 strength. EPK went for the triple boats we've been seeing, which is a bit of an interesting one, but definitely the fun one. Ergon, he's not quite 25 just yet.
Structures are fortified.
Gonna come in, start doing some damage to his tower if possible. Oh, getting quite a lot done in that time as well. Bungee rope. Not the bungee rope, but he's not very far out here. I mean,
Bottom tower is under
kind of seems like more of a liability than anything, but GPK was ready with the torrent on himself. Gonna try and take some hits onto him now. As sure if Ergon landed those tree volleys. I know the range is big, but a little bit weird. I'm just dancing into lanes and striking down the creep waves. Positive guys are really feeling the pressure right now. I think an immersion, if they can grab him quickly, then that they'll jump, but unfortunately they were unable to do so. And RTW actually popping the ultimate, going on the backlines, trying to kill off Shashlo as quickly as possible, but it's disarmed up before he can get off the BKB. But now that ends, and he should be able to finish off Shashlo, but Shashlo's lasting a very long time, and he actually stuns himself. Now the Hex comes down as well. Spirit is in deep dream, looking for a Chrono, can't really find one. Ergon running around the fight like a mad guy right now, does manage to find one, and they just make short work of FNG. Now they turn an example, just using the Echo Slam to basically hold two heroes still. Chrono Spear's on top of them as well, but they're not really getting out damage, but now that the GANs, they can start to do some real hits here. GPK also popping that BKB, being on the back lines. He's also, well, they are actually trying to get out of this fight right now. They're trying to try and go home, and they will all make it out. Okay, the reverse gear slammed into position there, and everyone is able to get themselves out safely. Axie for 4. But Sven, this is the thing, right? If they can just just do this and play around God's strength, it makes it really hard for positive guys to play. That's why they're trying to go on Shasha there. They cut off their lifeline. They make it so that they can't just retreat the moment God's strength gets used.
As foretold.
Tiny now has level 25. He's got the 3 toss charges. I actually would have liked. I would have preferred to see the stun duration on Stormhammer. I really would. I think they are lacking lockdown on positive guys. You see, like, the Will-O-Wisp is so important. Like, Gambit have to completely reorganize the fights every time the Will-O-Wisp comes down.
Time is money.
They're so scared. They are so scared. Gambit. I wonder what Immersion's looking for this time. There is a Hex and RTW. By the way, Immersion doesn't use quick buys either. What a madman. He just believes in himself. He's got the memories. He doesn't want people seeing inside his mind, see what he's thinking. TeamSpeak lag. Thunderlord one next. Going for a solo quest of his own, actually. Quite surprising they don't have one yet, but then again, you look at their heroes and who would really build one. Well, Shaker's got the Agnims, the Blink. I don't think we have any more members of the 25 club. Just the Tiny got the toss charges, which is another really good spell for controlling up team fights, honestly. The Avalanche cooldown is nice. I think usually I prefer the Avalanche cooldown, but toss is obviously better for just for the straight damage, but it offers a different kind of control, but Avalanche is just such a good, very, very fights with the Tiny with Avalanche. Vibes available. So the next fight, how it needs to go is they need to be able to get onto the backlines. They either need to get onto the backlines and kill Omni Knight, or they need to do something like a secret refresher or something like that. Roshan would be absolutely huge. There's already actually paused a ping of the Sven pinging out Roshan. Unfortunately, it's only an Aglin. It's not really what either of these teams want. I mean, if the refresher comes out, it becomes a super competitive Roche because Aces Void wants it really, really badly. And the Omni Knight does as well. 2 GAs would be phenomenal. Expert. Just going in on the LTW, seeing how much damage they can get done on the Conqueror in a short amount of time. Poking and prodding. Unfortunately, it's not that much without the GA. Without the, the God Strength. Yes. Woohoo. Ping is coming out. Not gonna know Roche is up. It really disappoints me how Torrent doesn't do anything. I think it would be much cooler if they added an animation to Roshan where rather than getting blasted into the air by Torrent, this gets like propelled a tiny bit off the ground and kind of like, ooh, you know, like not quite strong enough to push him up into the sky, but pushes him up just a tiny bit and then slams onto the floor again. Be dope. They can't let this Roshan go for free, guys. Come on, there's got to be a response to this. This is not a free Roshan, which positive guys should be giving out right now. Misha, he's got the right idea, but I think he's going to be too late. The blast, if he charges it up, it's going to be too late. Yeah, it's just way too slow. There is a cheese in the pit, which maybe Spirit could grab, but he just rolls in for absolutely nothing. And now, well, in comes a Sven trying to do the damage onto the Void, but he gets force stuffed out of the way. Shashlo will finally be finished off, though, so at least he is dead, but he does have the Aegis, so he's going to be coming back for a second time. Meanwhile, RTW, he has just been kited to the heavens. Still trying to make his way around this fight, but Dream's on top of him. The team's behind him, though. In come the trees. Gotta be careful of the trees. Dream, he's got to pop the cheese really early here. Still caught inside this Ignis Sparta, which is doing so much work. But the fight is split in half by the Fisher right now, as RTW and Earthspirit just caught into this tiny little thing. But look at the tosses. The tosses deal with Dream perfectly as they bring him down. Now Immersion on the run, trying to find FNG. The roll up onto the high ground, trying to cheese. Continuing this fight on. Sven no longer has the God Strength, but still looking to get some kills as in comes Shashlo trying to save the day, gets 3 heroes out. And, well, positive guys, they will be able to take the Aegis, they take the Void. A very good fight for them. It's so awkward, like, Gambit, they really, really need to try and play around this God Strength. You know, there's no refresher orb on the Sven, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to be. If they can just play around him a little bit harder than this. It could mean good things, but
An exceptional find.
what happened? Ooh, Sven, he's actually gone for the what? Jesus, that was a big old toss. Thankfully, that wasn't a hero. Positive guys. Well, maybe they wanted that actually. They roll forward. They find FNG in the trees. A beautiful find from Immersion here, but can they follow up? The tree is finding him at crits. No, will not. I don't think it would have been enough anyway, but Immersion's still going for this right now. They don't have a buyback on the Void, but they haven't really forced anything from it either. They're being Ghostic right now, going, Ghostic, what the hell are you doing, buddy? I found some creeps. But we all have that one player. Zach. Whilst you're trying to force buybacks at mid, push tier 2s is creep herding. Oh well. There's also still a tier 1 up, by the way. 49 minutes into the game, this guy's just chilling over here. Well done, tier 1 tower. You've done a great job so far. Ain't you good? These guys do look derpy as hell. They look like Blockwork's retarded cousin. Hello. Anyway. "49 minutes into the game. Both teams struggling to really find the team fights they really want. Positive Guy's been doing it a little bit better recently, but slacking on the Roshans, putting them in an awkward position. Get these fights around Roche, it could be so much bigger than it is right now. Avoid. He's got 3k gold. Oh, LTW, hello, sir. He's up on the front lines right now. It's a 4-star Shashlo out. And now the Void, he's just going to throw down the Chrono, but the GA in response. Ghost Stick is ready. He's even going to heal him up from the sidelines as well, doing so much work. LTW now pops a God Strength, looking forwards onto a hero. He finds Shashlo. In comes Example, but he gets caught inside the Ignis. They have brought down Shashlo. They're going to do the same thing to Example. 2 heroes now dead, both with buyback as Ergon on the backlines causing chaos, holding back the other 2 heroes on the side of Gambit, actually causing us so much attention to be drawn his way, and he gets a blink out. Ergon, he might actually get out of this one, but no, Example is following him. I don't think he's going to escape any longer, though. He's got Immersion right behind him. He might be able to save the day. Ghost Stick is here for the Heavenly Grace as well. It's going to make him a hell of a lot more tanky, but Dream does do a ton of damage with his MKB just picked up. And Ergon realizes that, but he's still able to escape. They have the heals. And again, Positive guys, they're losing nobody and taking so much in these fights, but they have to wait for their Sven to get this God Strength up again. It's so slow the way they have to play this game. They got to wait another 50 seconds, then they've got to go again, and still, we're not even close to getting buybacks or anything like that onto the map. I think the next point of contention is going to be the next Roshan, because nothing is really coming out from this. The next Roshan, it will be Aghanims, it will be Refresher, it will be so much. Sven consumes a Moon Shard. Consuming a Shard of the Moon, but that's a big Chrono Sphere coming through onto 3, but again, Omni Knight's not inside it, but he doesn't have the Guardian Angel. He won't be able to save the Kotal, and in comes the Echo Slam! Oh my god, that was a lot of damage! Ergon just completely eliminated from life, nonetheless, as he'll jump forwards and kill the Sven off as well. There is no buyback on the Sven. He literally just spent it on the Moon Shard, and now he cannot come back into the game. Oh no, this might be the end. This might be it. Look at the damage coming out from that Echo. My god. And now they have to defend with 3 heroes. The Kotal doesn't have buyback either. They're heading down bottom. What are they doing? They're not pushing in through mid. They think they have buyback, so it looks like they want to go for the Megas instead. The game is theirs. The game is literally theirs. They just need to go and finish it right now. There is nothing stopping them from just running down mid and taking the base. There's nothing, but they're holding back for the time being. They think there's buybacks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Is hugely questionable by Gambit. The victory in their grasp. If they let this chance go to waste, then
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
if they can. The Sven's only away for 30 more seconds. I mean, they can still finish the game in that time, but are they going to back out? Immersion's just trying to bail on the front lines here. I don't really know what this is. They used the GA for him, but I think he's dead anyway. They've got the magic damage, right? Yeah, they do. There's a couple of logs being thrown their way, and that's a dieback on Immersion. What? How did Immersion just die? I thought he had buyback. I thought that's why he was doing that. I am very confused right now. Look at this. Look at Misha. Look at Misha. They want to give him sticks. He's giving him his own little jungle. There you go, buddy. Fire away, Ergon. Fire away. Here we go. The damage coming in. But no, the Chrono Sphere comes down on behind him and the Hex is out onto the Sven. It's a disastrous fight so far. Can they turn this one around? Positive guys, they've already lost the Omni Knight though. That is so much of their team fight just gone. Dream focusing on the Ancient. It's going to be a much closer end than it should have been, but the GG is called. Immersion realizes there cannot be anything left as the Tiny is going to get bought down. Neko Slam on the sidelines going to put an end to Positive guys, as it will be a 1-1 in the weirdest way possible. Gambit really didn't want to win that one, but in the end they're given no choice. Immersion throws his body at them, and a really nice Chrono Sphere from the Void. Pretty good memes, making him a little forest outside the base there, kind of give him some trees to throw, but unfortunately it just sets Void up for the easiest Chrono of his life. And that is going to be the end of this series in a 1-1 draw between Gambit and Positive guys. And a fairly exciting second game, I would say. A lot of to and froing, and wow. Look at the damage received from Sven, 101,000. And look at the damage dealt by Sven, 50,000. And yeah, see, this is what I mean. I mean, Tiny, he actually got a ton of damage done at the end, thanks to Aghanim's Blessing. But if we looked at the damage about halfway through the game, I guarantee you it would have been incredibly underwhelming, I think. So, very much feeling like Ergon needed to get a lot more work done in the early stages. But he kind of started to bring it back, but wasn't quite there in the end, unfortunately. There you go. Game number 2 goes way of Positive guys, drawing it to 1-1, meaning that all of our series today so far have been a 1-1 with Navi versus the guys with face on keyboard name 178. was a 1-1, and now this series as well going to be a 1-1. Now we move on to our next series here in Group B, which I believe we're going to stay with Group B, and that match is going to be JFSHFH178 versus the Flowers. Flowers. Who are the Flowers, I hear you ask? Well, it's a very good question. The Flowers. I don't know who what the Flowers are, but apparently I guess they are the other open qualifier team. Sense to me. So that's Timur, Dota 2, I guess. Ush, Sadoy, Gotham, Ekanat, and Segoya. I think. I'm assuming so. Okay. We're going to throw it over to a quick break. Then we're going to be back with more Dota 2 action here in the CIS Group B qualifiers season.